Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here. And as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Blue Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. Hold on, let me move the camera up a little closer. How you guys doing, man? How y'all doing? Let me let me get a shout out, Mark. Altro, I probably screwed up your name. Sorry, I'm still getting my computer set up. So the Dallas Cowboys have signed um, Aldon Smith, giving him another chance. Biggie, 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 can't you see? Oh, wow, we got 140. Whoa, damn. Hold up. I haven't even got the damn. I was literally upstairs packing the new shot glasses and stuff, and got word that the Dallas Cowboys made a move. Now, first thing I thought, ha ha ha, you got people with April Fools. So I started double checking to make sure that it wasn't a joke. But if it is, well, Clarion Williams is part of the is definitely in on the joke. But Aldon Smith last played with the Raiders in 2015. See, I see Silver and Blue Nation is live. Sorry, buddy, you're behind me there, buddy. Let me pull this up here so I can see the chats. He last played in 2015. Had some drug issues, or substance abuse issues, and things. Um, what's up, family? Tiara, I got your shot glass boxed up and getting ready to go out. Trying to get the stream up here. The Cowboys signed Aldon Smith, who's a defensive end linebacker. So you can pretty much think that the Dallas Cowboys are going to the 3-4 defense. Basically, you look at what they've done by getting Dontari Poe, um, Gerald McCoy. They are looking to go heavy on that defensive line. And Aldon Smith, we don't know how much he has. We hear that he's still in really good shape, that he's turned his life around. Q, you got your shot glass. Q, send me your address again, Q, so I can get you a shot glass. And listen, Q. I don't want to see a Joe Boo shot glass in each hand. I don't want to see that because I know you'll do it. I know you'll do it. But anyway, what this means for the Dallas Cowboys, to me, Jet D, what's up? What this means is we're definitely going to the 3-4. I know I was told, somebody else told me that I'm an idiot, one of those trolls that I have, and don't know anything, but I said the Dallas Cowboys are going to the 3-4 defense because they learned that they have to learn to stop the run. I got you. I really, honestly, I thought for sure the way I did it that everybody would know it was a joke. Seriously. Come on now. Yeah, okay. But okay, think about it. The first thing I had in there was Jason Whitlock, sat behind, passed out on the couch. You think I really had exclusive footage of a breaking story and Jason Whitlock literally fell out of that? Come on, man. You had to. Am I that good an actor? Am I that good? Am I? Oh, come on. All right. You got to admit it was funny, though. The 2 months of free exclusive use of the yacht. Come on. And the Shannon Sharp. Nope, no, no. Come on, man. Anyway, it's going to be interesting because the guy has been out of football for 4 years. Now, he wants, and let me pull up the stats here. Let me pull up the stats here. I wasn't, I was getting ready to do my, I was getting ready to do my report, my Joe Boo Sports Report, uh, you know, fireside chat, and then the breaking news came in. So the last year he played was 2015 for the Raiders, and he played 9 games and had 3.5 sacks. Okay, 2014 played 7 games, had 2 sacks. 2013 had 8.5 sacks. 2012 had 19.5 sacks. Well, here's what we can say. In his career, he's at 180 tackles, 47.5 sacks, 5 forced fumbles. And I believe Mike Nolan was head coach when he was in San Francisco. East Side Herald, another. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I, I got to tell you, it's kind of cool when you have trolls that literally pay to be able to leave a comment. That's when you know you got good living. That you get jackasses that literally, so they don't get blocked, will actually pay you money. How pathetic that life must be that you literally have to pay to keep from getting kicked out. I just can't understand it. But it'll be interesting. This is another one of those cases where the Dallas Cowboys took a Rolando McClain. Rolando McClain had more skill. He could literally get out of the bed and have as much skill as most players. If he had ever applied himself and kept his head in the game, that guy was a thumper. That's what I like to call it, a linebacker. That is a run stopper that will really lay the wood, take on that block, and just blow it up. Aldon Smith, 6'4", 265 pounds, outside linebacker, defensive end. And that's where I kind of tell you guys that technically you look at Charles Haley. Charles Haley, actually at JMU, he played middle linebacker before he got switched to outside linebacker. The difference is with an outside linebacker is you're really a defensive end. You might go into coverage from time to time, but you really are an edge rusher. And so if Aldon Smith has anything left, I don't know. I don't know. He's not that old, and he's been off of the field for 4 years. But he is definitely a 3-4 defensive end slash linebacker. I think he did play in the Super Bowl. So, yeah, I think he did play. And again, I think he was with Mike. I think he was there when Mike Nolan was there as well. I could be wrong. I got to go back through because I had forgotten all about this guy, and it was just like, ooh, okay. So you got to realize, intro. Make sure tonight, intro. You email me your address, cowboysmark94@gmail, so I can get you your shot glass. I don't have my clapper. Let me clap for you. For a new channel member. Because you going to get, look what you're going to get. Look what you're going to get. A sign of the times. Look at this. I don't know if you guys can see it, but these are the new Jobu shot glasses. Keep your ass at home. Keep it at home, especially if you're going to drink. Keep your ass at home. So shout out to you for becoming a channel member. So let me read the exact report that we got up in here. This is actually from, posted by Karen Williams at 9:13. It could be an April Fool's. It could be. But, if it was like Aaron Rodgers coming, I'd say it was April Fool's. But for him to be coming in, I don't think that it is. Aldon Smith hasn't played since 2015, but the Cowboys are rolling the dice. The pass rusher can still play. So, oops. Okay. Smith has reached an agreement with the Cowboys. Jay Glazer says it's a 1-year, $4 million deal. Whoa. GT. Tell me I will send him, wait a minute, you will send him his flight suit. Oh, man, you know what, Jared, I'm a fat ass, right? I put it on the other day, and I need to drop about 20 pounds. Because it's a little too tight in a certain area, and it's just a little too tight. But it looks great. I'm just too damn fat. Just too fat. Seriously. But all right, I love back to the article. Clean and sober now. Incredibly how much has turned his life around. Jay Glazer Wednesday night, Fox Football Now. Cowboys owner Jerry Jones has given second chances to plenty of players, including Alonzo Spellman, Demetrius Underwood, Greg Hardy, Rolando McClain, Randy Gregory. Randy Gregory. With mixed results, Smith will become the latest. You could also put David Irving in that category too, because David Irving, he had problems in college, and that's why he went undrafted. And anyway, he has served multiple suspensions under both substance abuse policy and personal conduct policy. Smith's latest suspension arose from from alleged hit and run, DUI, and vandalism incident in 2015. A report from the NFL media last month indicated Smith was in the process of applying for reinstatement. The new CBA rules relaxes the substance abuse policy. However, it does not change the procedure for reinstatement, leaving the decision within the sole discretion of Commissioner Roger Goodell with no timeline. The Cowboys are in need of a depth at defensive end, though Tyrone Crawford will return from hip surgeries. It's actually two. He got it on both hips, and could get reinstated by Goodell. Smith, 30, was as good as anyone at rushing the passer in his first 2 seasons after the 49ers made him the 7th overall choice in the 2011 draft. He had 33 and a half sacks in his first 32 games and 42 in his first 43. The 49ers cut Smith during the 2014 season, his fourth in the league. Smith joined the Raiders the following year. His most recent suspension happened during the 2015 season, his first and only. Damn. So, this is one of those ones that $4 million, it's not a whole lot. He's definitely had his body resting. You can kick the tires on this, but it's definitely a move that you can see that the Cowboys are changing defenses completely. Q. If you pay him $4 million, he should pay, well, that's less than half of what Tyrone Crawford's getting paid. Dak signed. We definitely need to get a third wide receiver in the draft. Well, here's what's interesting. Who are we talking about? We're talking about former San Francisco 49er and Oakland Ivory Caliente. Thank you very much for that super chat. We're talking about Aldon Smith, who had first 3 years like 42 and a half sacks in 43 games. Was a beast, but had some substance abuse issues. Is it $2 million in incentives? I don't have a breakdown of what it is, but this day and age, $4 million is nothing. When you think that, okay, here's what I want you to think about. Giovanni and Clowney, he's a bargain now. He's a bargain. He's dropped his price. He was asking for like 22, 23. He's dropped it down to like 18. $18 million for a guy that had 3.5 sacks last year. That's one of those ones that's like, Steven Belzer, thank you very much for that super chat. 400 in the chat. Damn, there's 400 people in here. Damn. Now you guys are like, we're thirsty. Speaking of thirsty, listen, look at that. Look at that. Don't you look. I am keeping my ass at home. And here's what we're going to do. Q, this is for you, Q. This is what you're going to do. All the new channel members, okay, and the tailgate members, make sure you email me too. You getting your shot glass. Keep your ass at home. We just got Aldon Smith. Well, here's one caveat. Aldon Smith has applied for reinstatement. He's not reinstated just yet. Typically, that article said that it's Mr. discretion, but typically when a person files for, at least before this CBA, they always try and decide within 60 days, 2 months. So we'll see. Now, we also know that Randy Gregory, what, is that another, that's a, keep it up, super sticker. Thank you very much. This is great because you can never have enough pass rushers. And the Dallas Cowboys now, like I said, I believe they're going to the 3-4 defense, okay? That's why you end up letting so many go, because you're changing them. Randy, I'm ordering my new mini helmet rack tonight. Wait a minute, Randy, I thought you're ordering another one? Wait a minute, you're not going for another one, are you? You're going for, wait. Randy, I painted it today. Or are you ordering a second? Now I'm mystified. You've lost me. I thought you already ordered it. Because I was going to have it boxed up and like in the mail Friday. Is there another Randy? And I've been saying Randy. I've been saying Randy Sykes. Damn. We getting we upgraded up. Damn. Ultra. Upgraded membership to Superfan. Damn. Thank you. Still, make sure you email me at cowboysmark94 at gmail, so that way we can get you your shot glass. In fact, we got a couple, we got several members in here. All of you members, email me at cowboysmark94 at gmail. Aloha. What am I doing? I'm sitting here talking to 428 of my best friends. And we are talking about the Dallas Cowboys have signed Aldon Smith. Aldon Smith, who played for 5 years, I believe 5 years. 5 years? 4 years. Wait, hold on. Let me go back. Played for 4 years. 5 years. Played for 5 years. In those 5 years, had 47 and a half sacks, 180 tackles, 5 forced fumbles. He's a um, defensive end, outside linebacker, which means he will fit the Dallas Cowboys defense. So this is definitely good. And the Dallas Cowboys do what they always do, and they stay in the news. So let's put that. So brother, can you see my shot glass? Des who? Anita, Miss Anita. Anita Bappelbaum. Anita. Okay, sorry. Smash the like button. Definitely drafting a cornerback now. Um, Maybe, but see, I feel like the Dallas Cowboys are all in on this defensive line, and I would not. I'm gonna get. I was going to. Okay, I was going to do this earlier today. CJ Jones, thank you for that super chat. Um, I was going to do this early today, but I just kind of I didn't expect the Dak Prescott video signing to be just like going the way it was, so I just kind of stepped away today. I just stepped away and said, I'll wait till tomorrow. Don't want to mess with that. But see, last year, here was my philosophy, because we screwed up last year in the draft, okay? We reached for Tristan Hill. Tristan Hill, he had issues with the coaching staff in South Florida, yeah, South Florida, I think it was, whatever the school was. It's in Florida, okay? But he had problems getting along with the coaching staff. And of course, Rod Martinelli said, we signed a piece of paper that said that he was going to abide by the team rules and stuff. And he fell asleep like on Isaiah Thomas and showed up late for a meeting and things like that, and didn't really show up what you would like to get for a second round pick. What I said was, the Dallas Cowboys, looking back at history of players that are usually hit early in the draft, okay? Quarterbacks. There's going to be 3 quarterbacks probably taken before we pick this year. Edge rushers, they're always going to get picked. Great cornerbacks are going to get picked. Left tackles are going to get picked. But there's certain positions, like normally centers. You don't see too many centers picked in the first round. You don't usually see a lot of safeties picked in the first round, especially if you have more than 4 picked the year before early in the draft, in the first 2 rounds. The next year, it tends to drop. And I said, listen, the Dallas Cowboys are going to probably have the pick of somebody like Warren Thornhill in the second round. And people said, you're crazy. That would never happen. We had basically all the top safeties right there. We took Tristan Hill instead of taking Warren Thornhill. And the same thing may be said about interior linemen. And see, the Cowboys and most teams don't value the nose tackle very much. That's one of those ones that say you can get later in the draft. But you have the opportunity possibly to get one of the best in the draft defensive nose tackles. Okay? And for me, oh my God, he was right there. Warren Thornhill was right there. We took Tristan Hill. Could you imagine if we had gotten Warren Thornhill instead? It was just kind of like, oh, okay. Because we knew we needed safety, but the Cowboys, we're going to go Tristan Hill. But if they go for, his name slips in my mind right now. I'll do the video tomorrow. But you could probably get a lights-out defensive tackle, a guy to play the nose. And then you got DeAndre Poe in there. You could slide him out to tackle. You got a rookie who's a beast that's the nose. You got Gerald McCoy. Then you got D-Law on the outside. And then if Aldon Smith is anything like he was his first couple of years, you get him outside with the rotation, maybe having Randy Gregory and Tyrone Crawford. That right there would be a scary front line. One that's going to make it easier for those linebackers, because with those guys up front, The guards ain't getting out. They're going to be double teaming. They're going to be worried about that. So you're going to see a Sean Lee. You're going to see um, Van Der Esch. You're going to see Jalen Smith making plays all over the place. And with that kind of beef up front, you're going to look at teams saying, we got to keep the tight end in to block, or we got to keep the running back in to block. So you're going to have less people to go out in routes. To me, that's where I would go, as opposed to, cornerback. But, what do I know? I'm a guy with a day job and a voodoo doll. Dez playing for free. Dez Bryant back. Dez Bryant ain't back. Dez Bryant's not coming back. Those things can be changed. No team has signed Dez. Yeah, there's a reason why nobody signed Dez. He's coming off an Achilles heel injury and hasn't been able to stay up. Eddie Robinson. Damn, we're getting members galore. Email me, cowboysmark94@gmail, so that way I can get you your shot glass. And you know what? I'm keeping my ass at home, so I'm going to take my shot. Woo. He's going to be playing defensive end or outside linebacker, which basically is the same thing in a 3-4 defense. The way it works on what we typically have, normally our base defense is a 4-3, which is you got two defensive tackles that are lining up basically over the guard, and you have two defensive ends. The difference is this defense has a nose tackle. I still say nose guards, forgive me. But a guy who lines above the center, which is usually a big, mean, nasty son bitch. Then you have two tackles that are lining up over the tackles, and then you have outside linebackers that are outside, but the outside linebackers really are defensive ends. Do you really think of Charles Haley as a linebacker? That's what he technically was an outside linebacker, as opposed to defensive end. DeMarcus Ware was an outside linebacker, but he was really a defensive end. Yeah, how many times did you ever see DeMarcus Lawrence dropping in coverage? You can probably count it on my two hands. So it's really the same thing. So even if we ended up still keeping with the 4-3, he would be a 4-3 defensive end, much like Robert Quinn was. He's about 6'3", I think he's about 265 or so, but fast. The hooker settler. That's what this whole video is about. That the Cowboys have signed Aldon Smith. So thanks for joining in. They're coming for me. That was the name Lance. Not the Popo. Not the Popo. Actually, right now, the Popo ain't coming for nobody. I tell you what, to get arrested now, you got to do some real shit, okay? The police are kind of like, you know what, we're going to give you a warning. Just walk away, okay? Michael, why are you shaking your head on it? It's $4 million. It's one of those ones you kick the tires on it, and maybe the guy has changed his life, you know? Here's the thing about football. More times than not, it's about finding talent more than the other team has. Yeah, you can have great offensive schemes and stuff like that. That will change complexions of things. But in the end, you got to have talent too. And the thing for the Dallas Cowboys with Tom Landry was Tom Landry found talent where other people didn't. He would go to small black schools and find guys that nobody ever heard of. He went to getting Bob Beamon, off the track, running track and field. He found talent and brought him to the Cowboys that nobody else had. And that gives you an advantage. When you look at the 90s Cowboys, that Herschel Walker trade brought us a boatload of talent, which ended up making our team better because we had better players than other teams, and we could bludgeon them to death. If you look at New England, what New England's philosophy has been is we're not going to pay a guy in a contract year a whole lot of money. Instead, we let him go. We're going to get a compensatory pick, and we're going to have more picks than everybody else. The last 2 years, this year, they have 12 draft picks. Last year, After winning the Super Bowl, they had 12 draft picks. It's an advantage of getting more talent. Now, the Dallas Cowboys tried to have like a pipeline of talent saying, if we buy guys that are damaged goods, we're going to get them at a discount and they're going to be like they were. Well, that worked out in Jalen Smith's case. In other cases, it didn't. That was their attempt to try and find more talent than other people. Just didn't work. Now, they've looked at guys who have had some checkered past, guys that can play. David Irving, if he could have kept his head on straight, you got to admit, you got him for nothing. The fact that you got about, 15, 16 sacks out of him for a guy who's on a practice squad, it's not doing bad. Randy Gregory, well, we're still waiting for a dividend on it. It's still possible. Greg Hardy, well, that one didn't work out too good. But you still got 6.5 sacks in 12 games. Mark, you spit and player putting out a. Sorry, my mouth's kind of dry. Sorry, my mouth's kind of dry, okay? I was trying to spit out the fire. How about that? Well, this signing is a couple things with the signing. Now, one, he hasn't played for 4 years. You don't know what he's got in the tank. Two, he still filed for reinstatement a month ago, so you're still waiting for the NFL commissioner to make a decision on that. Oh, okay. Bay says, make sure you guys hit the like button, okay? Hit the like button. I never asked that. I just assumed people would just do that. How are things with me? Um, we're adjusting. We're adjusting to, not being able to go out and hang with people and being around people. What is Aldon Smith he was a great great edge rushing linebacker. Um, Dude was an absolute beast for 5 years, but he had substance abuse problems and a DUI and got suspended by the NFL. But supposedly he's gotten himself cleaned up and itching to get back, and the Cowboys are kicking the tires on to see if they can get him. But as far as what we're dealing with now, hey, yeah, I'm doing some things around the house. I'm blessed because I've got you great fans to go ahead and do YouTube videos with and spend my day with you guys. I got my uh, Marco Polo group with Q and Jet D and Mike J and stuff, and we're kind of like the old husbands club, sharing our stories about being married and married life and so on. Um, it kind of sucks because it seems like this whole coronavirus has interrupted our lives, where it just makes it difficult. But you adapt to what's going on, and we've adapted. So this is the great thing about YouTube. I've adapted, and I've been able to spend a little more time working on the YouTube, and doing some more things in my workshop and stuff. So we're okay, and we're trying to do our part to try and make sure that we don't spread this virus any more than it has to. And I'm hoping everybody else will do the same. Um, Yeah, Sky High. You're right. He can. He's very. If he hasn't lost much, he is a multi-tool player that you can use. Um, Here's what you have to understand. Okay, in a 3-4 defense, your outside linebackers are really more like edge rushers. Sometimes they'll stand up, but basically they're keeping the edge. They're rushing the passer. That's really their job. So that's a little bit different than your typical okay, you're not going to see Sean Lee being an edge rusher. That's not going to happen because he's like a middle linebacker, or he's a 4-3 linebacker. So what you see here is he's called a linebacker, but more so than anything else, you're really more like an edge rusher. Jalen Smith is a pass rusher. Too light. Too light. Too light. You wouldn't want to do it. Cowboys 4-3-2 WTX. If Lamb or Rugg wide receivers are there and it's the best player available at the time, of course they would. They definitely would take it. If Lamb or Ruggs were there, they would definitely take them. I think now that they've kind of, I mean, Now you're looking at it and saying you got a hole at center if you believe that Joe Looney's not good enough. But I think Joe Looney's good enough. You have a bunch of guys at cornerback. I'm not sure that they feel that they need a lights out cornerback or not, but you look at that and say, yeah, we could use a cornerback. Um, I still would like to have another guy in the middle that's younger. So you can look at and say, we're going to take the best player available with what they've done in free agency. I would I really wish that we weren't going through the coronavirus, so that way we could see, the guys would be beginning to work out in a couple of days if this was like a regular year, and you could sooner than later get see him on the field. But well, it's not that kind of year. Well, Royal, that's it's basically what I was saying, that he's listed as a linebacker defensive end, which is a 3-4 defensive end or linebacker, which is really an edge rusher. It's not a 3-4 linebacker is really not a linebacker in your typical sense. Like I said, Charles Haley was a 3-4 defensive end, or excuse me, linebacker, but you rarely saw him ever drop back in coverage. So I think it's a great move. It'll be interesting to see if he gets reinstated and what he has in the tank. Look up his statistics. Royal Cowboys. Look up his statistics and see what position he's listed as, and you'll see he's listed as a linebacker, defensive end. Yeah, I mean, you do know Charles Haley was listed as a linebacker, right? Right? Cowboys passed on Watt and Thornhill. Yeah, we know. We know because a a quill, 2 million base pay, that's nothing. So yeah, that's here's the thing that you actually have to like what the Cowboys are doing. When we signed Robert Quinn last year and when we signed Randall Cobb last year, most people said, "Oh man, that guy's a bum, man. They're done, man. They got nothing in the tank." But here's the thing: you got production out of both of those guys because they looked at it and said, "I have to perform so I can get some, more money." In which case, both of those did. I mean, you looked at Robert Quinn getting what, a 5-year deal, $70 million. That blows the $8 million we paid him out the water. And so the incentive is on the player to do well. And with those guys leaving, if we don't replace in kind in free agency, which we have, guys we've gotten have been pretty cheap. Guys that are kind of on a rebound that are all fitting that mold of I'm trying to resurrect my career so I can get a big contract. If they go elsewhere, you get that compensatory pick. And that's what New England has done to have that pipeline of talent, just keeping more and more players on the team. It's unbelievable. So I'm happy about this 100%. Um, so the Cowboys, to me, are looking to make sure that they have the best talent that they can get for the bang for the buck. And so you can't be mad about them. It doesn't mean that it's going to work. There's nothing that's guaranteed to work, but you've got to keep trying. And Mike McCarthy, I think, has a whole lot more latitude than Jason Garrett ever did. And it's still my premise that we all think that Jason Garrett was handicapped by the Cowboys. It may have been that Jason Garrett was just handicapped himself, and it had to be the Dallas Cowboys helping him to do his job. It won't be weird to me seeing him on the sidelines. I'll be happy to see him as somebody else is there. How you doing, Miss Jackie Maui? How you doing tonight? Tyrone's got to go. Eagles suck ass. Okay, that one got stopped. Will Bennett sign? I don't know. But the Cowboys, you just don't know what they're gonna do. Cowboys, They're a mystery. Uh-oh. Here comes another one. Hola, Mark. How you doing, Maui? Randy, I had Aldon Smith's father as one of my professors. Aldon Smith played for Missouri. He was 7th overall pick in 2011. Thank you, Randy. Randy. I'm confused. Randy, I thought that you didn't already order the rack? Or are you ordering a second? Inquiring mind wants to know because I need to know if I need to go get some more wood. Do I have Instagram? I got everything. Well, no, I don't have everything. But Cowboy Jobu. Cowboy Jobu. I got Cowboy Jobu on Twitter. I got Cowboy Jobu on Instagram. I got Cowboy Jobu on Facebook, on the Facebook. And my website is cowboyjobu.com. Just look for Cowboy. That's all you got to look for, cowboyjobu.com. No, I just ordered it. I swear. I thought you already had. Okay, cool. You just want one though, right? It's you know it's made, right? Okay. I'll check. I can't. I'm not gonna check it while I'm okay. Let's go. Let's go. So you're probably like, what? Why is this fool doing business here? No, Randy Sykes, and I'm probably mispronouncing his last name. Has been a great supporter of the channel. He has got almost like one of every kind of shot glass rack that I have. In fact, some of the game used racks that I had, because I had some different ones that were hanging there, but I decided to make some different ones that were bigger that held more stuff. And he saw those. He's like, man, I need one of those to put my mugs on. So we repurposed it. So we recycled that one to him, and he's got that one hanging. And then he asked me to make a custom one because he wanted one of the laces to be able to put 10 of the mini helmets on it. So I've been building that in the shop, as well as for Gerald, all his shot glass racks. David Irving, Randy Gregory, and Woods. Bringing on, I'm not sure, David. Randy Gregory, I definitely could see back. Because Randy Gregory, there were no issues other than the weed. There were not issues with showing up for practice. There weren't issues of problems with the coach or attitude. David Irving, there were those issues. Because David Irving didn't like to, Eastside Hero. If you're tired of the Cowboys talk, Ozark on Netflix, tight. Really, Eastside? So I appreciate that. I appreciate you having a paid commercial on my channel. Derek Gimsley, thank you very much for that new membership. I appreciate it. Make sure you email me tonight at cowboysmark94@gmail, so I can get you your shot glass. And make sure you keep your ass at home after you subscribe to the Joe Boost Sport and you hit the thumbs up. Carl, how you doing, man? Ozark sucks. My wife, yeah, you know what? Ozark sucks, and so does Eastside Herald. You know, because Eastside Herald, yeah, Jet. Are you here, Jet? Jet, we got to get the butt face. We got to get the butt face emoji. So every time Harold comes in, because he's a Texans fan, and he is like the ultimate troll. He literally goes from Cowboy Channel to Cowboy Channel to Cowboy Channel, and literally super chatting so he doesn't get blocked. He literally is paying on Cowboy channels to troll. Now, you got to admit that a Texans fan, you ain't got no right to troll. You ain't got no right, bro. You got nothing. Especially with your coach GM that just gave away the best player on your team, Hopkins, for an injured running back. That's as bad as trading up one place for Mitch Trubisky. Come on, man. West side or east side. East side, you just need to be in the gutter, man. But I was trying to explain that the only thing I have seen at the Hall of Fame of the Texans was J.J. Watt. Shout out to J.J. Watt because he does a lot of good things for charity. He raises money and takes care of others. But the only thing I've seen in the Hall of Fame with the Texans is literally J.J. Watt's helmet knocked off with his nose pushed up in a man's butt like this. Like this. So whenever you see East Side, whenever East Side comes in here, just say hello, butt face, or butt in face. Butt in face, okay? Got it? You see East Side Harold, comment on him, butt in face. Got it? We can still draft the defensive end in the middle rounds. Sure. The center position. Well, here's what we have. Joe Looney started for us 16 games, well, actually 17, including the playoffs. Played pretty well at times. He was manhandled by Ndamukong Suh in the Rams playoff game, but I think the Cowboys are figuring that we can still go with him. Now, the wild card in this is we have Connor McGovern. Connor McGovern, the governor, who got injured last year, still had kind of that baby body, and I'm hoping that he's put on some beef and things like that. He is a guard slash center. So you may see competition for the center position between him and Joe Looney. Philly 500 trash, all they talk about is the Cowboys. They say that's all I talk about is the Eagles. I talk about the Eagles because we always have so many of them in here on this channel. How do you order? Ruben. If you go, here's what I actually almost they're $3.99. $3.99 for the shot glasses. If you go to my website, cowboyjobu.com, what you need to do is there's no pictures up on it, but if you go down to the bottom of the home screen on the right hand side, you'll see products, and there's the shot glass racks and there's the shot glasses and stuff in there. So if you order one tonight, it'll be in the mail. You'll probably have it by Monday. And I've got, actually, you can buy one for $3.99, and actually you can buy four for $14.99. So it's a discount. So that way you can stay at home with some friends. Just make sure you keep your distance. Eagles have oh man, Carl, does it really matter which one was worse? Either way, we lost to Green Bay in the playoffs. I mean, the fact I tell you what, I'd say actually 16 was the fact that we actually played well, got back into the game, and we're in that position, and to have it that close, and then the last few seconds, a freaking miracle play by Aaron Rodgers fucking wins it. That one hurt a lot. You know, the other one, the catch, no catch, that hurt, but it was kind of like, even if we gotten a touchdown, we would have left so much time. Yeah, it just, they both hurt. I mean, pain is pain, okay? It's just pain. Corner solution is draft. But then again, the way the Cowboys have been signing people left and right, you never know. Now, here's an interesting take earlier by Mike Fisher. Jamal Adams, they're trying to work out a deal with him with the Jets. It's been taking a long time, and it may end up being that they don't come to an agreement, in which case they might shop him again, and if that's the case, that the Cowboys might be interested in bringing Jamal Adams back. But we'll see on that one. M. Yucky? No. Why would you say that? Laugh out loud. Who's going to replace Robert Quinn? Aldon Smith? Could be. Aldon Smith, Tyrone Crawford, Randy Gregory, by committee. Rodell, for me, it was actually coaching, and it should have been a run play when you had the best running back in football, best offensive line in football, and it's 4th down and 1, and methodically go down the field. But that's just me. Justin, that'd be a no. A first and that'd be a no. But ass face. Yeah, there we go. There we go. A 1,000-year of coaching experience as opposed to what we had. They say Leighton Vander Esch, they were planning on taking him slowly through OTAs and things like that. This is one of the things that there's going to be so many unknowns because the teams won't be able to work with these guys. You're basically going to be relying on the players and independent doctors. For the most part, you're seeing these guys. Big country. Big country. Yay! Thank you very much for being a member there, buddy. Why would you do that for a guy that didn't want to be there? He's from here. He wants to come home. See you later, Yucky. Uh-oh. See, don't mess with Maui. Maui put a foot in your ass in a minute. Mark, if any Eagle fans want their shot glass rack, tell them to pick up the back of the dumpster. Damn. Oh, Eastside. You are so... Eastside, let me ask you. Seriously, Eastside. I just want to know your story, man. See, it's easy for you because everybody knows everything about me because I put my face out here. I'm here. I'm vulnerable. I'm vulnerable. You guys know what I look like. You see me in public. You could be walking, in my backyard right now, and I wouldn't know who you were, but I'd say keep your distance. What's your real story? I honestly want to know because it seems like you are so full of anger and hate. Were you bullied as a kid? Did your mom not hug you enough? Why are you so mad? I just want to know. Seriously, I mean, this is not April Fool's or anything like that. I just want to know why. Are you this way in real life? Are you just trying to get attention? What is it? Twan, yeah. And Twan, I know you're not talking about signing old players. When you sign D-Jacks, we have, see, and there's a difference because, see, we had one of the younger teams in the NFL last year. You had one of the older teams in the NFL. So we're getting a mix of this in here. We're going to kick some tires with some of these guys to see what they have left, but we ain't paying a fortune for them. That's the key. We ain't paying shit. Demontre Poe, 2 years, $9.5 million. Gerald McCoy, $4 million. Aldon Smith, $2 million guaranteed, $4 million with incentives. That's chump change. Those guys, like here's how crazy it is. Gerald McCoy, four. Oh, Ha Dix, that's 4. Here's the thing. Giovanni and Clowney won in 22-23. He's dropped down to 18. So we got Gerald McCoy, Dontari Poe, Clinton Dix, and Aldon Smith, and still got $2 million in change if he signs for 18. Now, which would you rather have? Giovanni and Clowney, who got 3.5 sacks last year, or Clinton Dix, Gerald McCoy, Dontari Poe, and Aldon Smith? I guarantee you, some of those guys might play halfway decent. I know Giovanni and Clowney got 3.5 sacks last year, and he was a young man. It's worth a shot. Exactly. Good players, dirt cheap. They don't work out, it didn't cost you much. I'm not excited with free agents this year. Well, you know what? Nobody was excited last year. With with Randall Cobb or Robert Quinn. Look how those guys worked out. Worked out pretty good. I really don't want Smith. Man, that scares me. They say he's a changed man. Oh, G. Potter, man, that sounds nice, man. You got a new smoker? Cool. You love the show. I appreciate. Well, make sure you hit the thumbs up, man, and make sure you subscribe. It's funny because, wow, I had so many people mad at me today. If I had $1 for everybody that said I'm gonna unsubscribe, first of all, let me ask, wait, if I'm gonna unsubscribe to a channel, I ain't gonna go through and tell them I'm gonna unsubscribe. I'm just gonna unsubscribe. It's kind of like people that go on Facebook that say I'm leaving Facebook, but you notice they never seem to leave. It's like, oh, they're waiting for people to go ahead and beg them. Oh, please, please don't go, please don't go. If you don't want to be here, I got it. I understand. So it's April Fools. People, everybody knows what April Fools means, right? The 1st of April, that it's a prank day, right? I had somebody actually say, um, I'm not. I will never watch another Mark Holmes video, and I tell my friends the same thing, and I hope that they come after you. And in parentheses, the NFL. Really? It's like you do understand the term April Fools, you fool, right? That's the joke day. I got you. I got you. And other people, you're just a clickbaiter. It's like, it's April Fools, you freaking idiot. It's April Fools. Okay? I got you. Don't be mad. Don't be mad. It's April Fools. There was another one that came out later because somebody shared it to me that said, "Oh my God, Aaron Rodgers retired." It's like, wait, you know I did the whole Dak thing, right? Okay, you're not gonna get me on that one. Okay, all right. Mark for center. Can't do it. Too old. Jesse, I'm serious. Most people are like, "Oh man," I had one guy who said, "Man, I almost lost my job because I got all happy at work and stuff, and I'm screaming and yelling." My boss is like, "What's wrong with you?" Had another guy who said that he was running through his office telling people that got signed and had to go back and tell them it was an April Fool's joke. So I got a few people. Okay, come on, stop, don't hate. I mean, look, damn. But I appreciate that you like the channel. So they told me, you're gonna lose all your subs. It's like, no, I don't think so. No, no. Actually, it actually bumped up pretty good. Folks are slow. Tierra, you right about that. You are right about that. But we have been on the YouTube here for quite a while, and I got to be honest, I'm kind of tired. I have been busting a hump. I got about 20 shot glasses up there that are packaged up. I got 9 of those racks that we're painting in different colors and stuff that we've been working on. I've been fighting these goddamn eagle troll weeds out here. Every time I keep pulling the damn weeds up, and I swear they're back the next day, just like the freaking eagle trolls, man. Dak is signed April Fool's June. Okay, yeah, right. Right, I did that one already. You didn't see my earlier video, right? Yeah, I did that one. Um, Shot for Joe Boo and a thumbs up. Shout out to 484 people. You know what the funny thing is? Here's the funny thing, and if Jet's still here, and if Q's put down the shot glass, and if Mike, um, this morning I sat there, I did my morning report, and I said it's April Fools because I did something I usually don't do. Because I shot my morning video and I said Happy April Fool's Day and everything else. And I said, do I want to say that in this one? And I sat there and I said, you know, I should do an April Fool's prank. And so I sent a message to Jet and all that on the chat line, and I said, man, I'm thinking about doing a Dak Prescott. And I said, I don't know, what's going on in the country right now, if an April Fool's joke is okay for now. I'm not sure. And I wasn't sure if I should do that. And so then I said, I'll make an outlandish one. I'll make an outlandish one about Dak that people don't know. As soon as I say, it's $50 million, 5 years, that they would know. And I figured once I put Jason Whitlock on the couch, passed out, and that he was hospitalized and all that, people would get it. In fact, I sent a message to Dak's uncle and I said, what do you think? Is this in bad taste or not? And he was like, go for it, go for it. So that's why I put it out there. And I figured it'd be like, ha ha, you're stupid, and nobody really watch it. All of a sudden, it just kind of took off. So it's just kind of funny. Like I said, if it really bothers you, I'm sorry it bothers you that you don't understand the meaning of April Fools. That you didn't wake up and look at the calendar or your phone and say, it's April Fool's Day. I'm sorry if that happened, but it is what it is. So, with that being said, right? Anybody should know. $50 million. The Cowboys signed him for 50. You had to know that was not possible. You had to know. You had to know, okay? But with that being said, we've gone into kind of overtime here, and I'm tired. But I want to thank everybody for being here, being part of the show, the new channel members, the old channel members, the subscribers. What's my email? Cowboys, make sure you put the S on it, cowboysmark, M-A-R-K, at gmail.com. Okay? Um, this helps me get through the day. And whenever I get some of these messages from people that tell me what this means to them, it makes me realize the work that I put into it is truly worth it. And I want to please encourage people, because every day this situation that we're going through gets closer and closer to home with people I know. This thing is real. We can beat it, but we have to be together. Cowboysmark94 at Gmail. Okay? Cowboysmark94 at Gmail. I'm sorry, I forgot that. But do your part. Keep your distance and stay at home. We do that, we'll get through this thing with flying colors, and we'll be better on the other side. So I'm going to do one more. If y'all have your shot glass, or if you're a new member, it's coming. I'm going to take a baby shot because I don't want to be knocked the F out. This one's to all you guys. Woo! So right now, we're going to turn out the lights, because this party's over. I'll see you guys first thing in the morning. Love all y'all. Even you, Eastside Herald. Eastside. Eastside. Oh, sorry. That's it. That's a wrap.